I was once in the presence of a shaman, and he says, the biggest mistake that I see happen in the Western world is that you think with here instead of here. You think with your head instead of your heart. And when we can lead with compassion, and I'm a recovering codependent, as most healers are, or most people that are in the health world, it's about detached compassion. So it's not jumping in on somebody else's stuff and trying to rescue them, but it's being able to holistically see that a person may need a loving phrase, a helping hand from a compassionate place, not from a rescuing place. And that rewards both people from my point of view. Because one doesn't become less than. We all go through stuff. And when we can lead with compassion to say, wow, I'm sorry this is happening to you, in a way that feels overwhelming. And I still hold for you the potential that there's so much good to come of it. So what compassion allows us to stay in that frame, almost being a bridge for another person that can't quite get there. And the Vegas has that.
I love that. I love that. And I love the way you mentioned, there's two things you mentioned in that. There's the detached compassion, which doesn't seem to, and tell me if I'm translating this correctly, the detached form of compassion doesn't really like interject itself. It just maybe watches from a distance. Whereas a good form of compassion, it sounds like holding space, for one. What is holding space? What people in plant medicine circles and any kind of ceremony understands what holding space is. It's the non-judgment of allowing somebody to arrive at some form of healing, regardless of what it might look like as it's coming out, as it's expressing itself out. And that compassion holds the vision that this too will pass, and this is good. This is important, and I'm holding space for exactly what it is. There's no reason to, nor would it be healthy to divert this energy or try to turn it into something else, or, and I think that's also quite important in what I see in the world, at least the way it seems. It seems like there's always political divide and rift and kind of like controversy over very specific topics, but there's something almost in nonviolent communication that allows us to first hear the other first and then echo it back to them in a way of saying, like, is this what you're feeling? Yes, here's what I sense. And in the compassion way, it's, I see what this is. Maybe not having to solve it for you, not having to have the answer for you, but I am here with you. Make sure y'all head over to benjosephstewart.com, become a member. You'll have access to the growing library of deeper dives where I talk about all the stuff that I really can't talk about on YouTube. Make sure you get involved in the Discord chat. That's where a lot of the conversation is happening, talking about new theories, being able to interweave into the greater conversation that is how we awaken infinity. That's our highest potential. And I just want to remind you, you are the most powerful technology ever known to creation. Wield it like an artist with a conscience.